We are hiking the Kinney Lake Trail at Mount Robson, which is the tallest peak in the Canadian Rockies. How tall? I can't remember. We'll put it down below. I think it's over 15,000 feet. And this trail is a pretty easy trail, but it is 4 miles one way, and that gets you to the continued trail up to Berg Lake and Berg Glacier, which you have to, if you want to camp up there, you have to have reservations for it, backcountry reservations. So that is what we're doing right now. It's beautiful. It's not busy at all. And unfortunately, we can't see the full top of Mount Robson, which is a lot of times is the case, but with the fires and the smoke, it's partially visible. But this should be a fun little hike for us. Just get some exercise away from all the driving. Anyway, cheers. Have a great day. Children, don't fall off the steep cliffs.
No promises.
Okay.
I don't think I'm confident enough to not do that.
Okay, sounds good. Alright, so we made it up to to the end of Kinney Lake, at the start of the Berg Lake Trail. So we are not doing that trail because that's another 14 kilometers or about 9 miles. And this is this is the launch point, so you can camp here. This is at the tail end of Kinney Lake, so you can camp. You have to reserve your spots, and then same thing for up at Berg Lake. It's all backcountry camping, and so you have to reserve your spots like months and months in advance. But we're gonna stop here and turn around, or we did stop, and we're gonna turn around and then head back. So it's another, I guess I thought it was 8 miles. It's more like 9 miles. So we have a 4.5 mile return trip. But this is Kinney Lake, just at the base of Mount Robson. All right, we made it back down, 8.63 miles back down, and we just have a short drive over to our campground, which is just like a mile or two down the road. So we will be sleeping really good tonight, but man, we are hungry. So anyway, we'll see you down the road. Cheers. Avery, are you on for dinner tonight?
Yes.
What do we got going on?
Cheese gnocchi, home sliced
Sausage?
sausage, yeah. And then just some broccoli.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that I don't have to cook. Good job.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll see how it goes. That's awesome. You also don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. Yep. Yep. So close. Not sure. That's alright. There you go. From when I was in kindergarten until I was in grade 9, we lived in Prince George, British Columbia. My memories of growing up here were of my friends living within about 2 blocks of each other. Our elementary school was across the street. The summers were full of bikes and exploration. This is where I got over my fears of swimming and eventually encountered competitive swimming. This is where I first learned to be adventurous. Stopped at Bijou Falls. This is behind me, right there. I couldn't remember the name of them. I thought they were closer to a little town called Chetwynd, but used to stop here on the way to Dawson Creek to visit my Omi and Opie. We would stop here and have a picnic or whatever. It was only about an hour and a half, I guess about 2 hours from Prince George. So you can hike up to the top, which is just right over here. So I'm gonna do that right now. Hike to the top, which isn't much of a climb. So I'll show you that along the way. I missed my grab handle there. Just the sap. Don't touch the bees. We have been having a valve cover leak to the right side, if I'm looking at the valve cover. So I put a new gasket in, and before we left, probably a couple weeks before we left, and it's clearly not seated correctly or not sealing correctly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna gasket maker. I'm gonna use the gasket. I'm gonna clean everything up. If you can see, like this is super oily. So I'm gonna use the gasket, existing gasket, but I'm gonna use the Permatex gasket maker and make a seal all the way around, just because this whole right side is just oiled up, and it's oiling up this side of the truck, and it's not leaking a ton of oil overall, but it's just messy and I don't like it. So I'm going to do that right now. The other thing that we have had issues with is we've started getting some belt squealing, and my alternator bolt, which is my pivot bolt, from this side, a captive bolt goes into the mount. I lost it, and we've had issues. I've lost, I think, 2 now, and I have done and Loctited it, and it still is coming out because it's vibrating enough. There's the pulley is warped enough that it's vibrating just a hair enough that it's pulling it out. So I went to a shop here in Dawson Creek, Northern Mechanical, and they had all the bolts that I needed. So I got 3 of those, and I'll do one tomorrow, put a new one in, tighten things up, and hopefully that will hold. But if not, I've got 2 more as we need to go. But hopefully this stuff will clean things up a little bit. But that's part of the journey of this is you have to just kind of be watching the truck, watching the engine, watching the transmission, watching everything, kind of touching and feeling the bolts and making sure that things are working correctly and tight. So that's what I'm doing tonight and tomorrow morning before we head north on the AlCan highway. So hopefully what I do today will hold the rest of the trip. But cheers. All right, good morning. We were in Dawson Creek, had a good night at Tubby's RV park, which is a mixture of, looks like not permanent, but transient kind of camper trailers. I think there's a lot of people working up north, whether it's construction, road construction, oil fields, and then there's fires in northern Alberta, northern BC, and so there's a bunch of people that are here permanently, but then there's also people like us coming through, and so there's showers, power, there's a car wash, a truck wash, which is really nice to be able to clean some things off. And right now I am walking to get some bolts. Thankfully, the store that I got bolts from yesterday, I lost a bolt on the alternator, which is a troublesome little bolt that likes to wiggle its way out. And as I was looking at the schematics, I thought it was 80 mil, M8 80 mil, but it's actually the 40 mil. So I'm going back to the store to get that bolt. I'm going to get probably 2 or 3 of them, get that fan belt or the main belt tightened up, squealing, but the other 2 mounting bolts are really tight because I yanked them down and Loctited them. So I'm doing that right now, and then we're going to go and find Homie and Opie's grave. I mean, they were cremated, so they're in a wall. They're in little boxes or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that it's right across the street or right across the highway from where we're staying. And then we're gonna go looking for their house, and the house my dad built back in the 50s or 60s, 50s I think. And then we will be heading north. Today will be fun because today is furthest north I've been is Fort St. John, which is about another hour north of us. And then I haven't been anywhere farther than that. So it will be a fun day for me doing some stuff that I've never done and with the family. And we will show you that as we go. But so far things have been going well, and we're settling in to kind of our systems and stuff. And anyway, have a great day. You'll see this video at some point. Talk to you later. Bye. But thankfully we're in a town. Fort Nelson, and right across the street, or right across the road from auto parts store. And they had a better belt than the store in Dawson Creek, so better size belt, so that's good. So we're gonna take a quick change. Can't. Oh, you know what? No. That guy. Around that guy. Huh? What is it? Oh, no, it's just my socket came off.